straight up this.
Hi, Tikhanov Task Force has nothing left, and I pre-made all of our lists with really good lists, but they were all for 7 pilots. We originally had an 85-ton Xerxes in this, and we had to go down to a 5v5 using the 6-player list, so I had to take out the Xerxes, and we threw in Mad Cat at the last moment. Folks, I'm going to take the audio out real quick, and here's the list. The one team's using a Mad Cat B, Vulture B with ERPPC, ATM High Explosive, Argus B, Loki B, Ryokan Prime. The enemy team is using a Raven Foxtrot, MK2 Golf, Morrigu Prime, Mad Cat Prime, and Cougar G. So you expect to see a ranged engagement here. And it's probably a good thing that we took out the original was a LRM and PPC Loki. So this will be interesting. They're getting their forward scouts ready with their missiles to try and bait the enemy in and then finish them off with the Morgu. The Morgu is going to have a lambs or 2 on it, so any missiles that the Tikhanov Task Force has are not going to be terribly useful here. There's 2 LRM 5s on this, I think, and they're not going to be terribly useful. Alright, anyway, the map is TC Dune. This is Battle 3. Tikhanov Task Force is the blue team, and they're down 2-0.
Mark 2. He's alone-ish.
If the red team wins, most likely the Capellan Commonality is going to win the planet.
Range.
Unless we feel the need for a replay.
Go to the right of the rock.
On a map.
Morrigu.
Oh yeah, there they are. Cougar.
Tikhanov has the tonnage to win this, but they have to be smart to protect Invictus. If the enemy team starts focusing on Invictus, this is going to be a quick loss.
Morrigu, Thunderbird. Use the rock as cover to split them in half. Don't go past the rock.
Invictus needs support from his players. They need to get up on Invictus right now, so that Invictus doesn't take all the damage.
Mark 2. Use the rock to isolate.
Oh wow, I have 2 Mad Cats. Because if Invictus goes down, this battle ends in a hurry. It's that simple.
Raven's on the right.
Raven.
That range.
Mark 2's down. I'm going to cool down.
They need to
use the rock. Peek out to the right and left to isolate one target at a time. Mad Cat.
Hurt. They're coming around right side.
Yep.
You can go to the left side of the rock if you want. Isolate the thing in the water. Cougar.
It's chem tags.
Tikhanov fighting well, but they're taking a lot of damage.
Wow.
Goat needs to bring his asset closer to the fight.
Slowly.
I'm going to switch perspective now.
Morrigu.
Goat needs to bring his vulture and absorb some of the damage.
Okay, just stay behind the rock for now.
Yep.
Forward Shingo. Alright, we're going to go to the right. Shingo, you can just stay there.
Half.
Everyone else, follow Goat.
So now they're going to try and kite the blue team, Tikhanov, because they have more range than Tikhanov. The Capellan Commonality. Now we're tied on assets, but since Rashingo is basically
we need to kill the
defeated,
Going round.
it's going to come down to Invictus, Jumuk, and Gnome King for the victory.
They've spread out. Just hide for a second.
Hopefully that Mad Cat's relatively fresh.
Who all has good range like I do.
I got 900 with his Gauss. That's all I got left. And the MGs.
The Arguses were Invictus's support mechs, the things that had good armor and good weapons to fire back. And now Invictus's team needs to make a kill without Rashingo dying to get things evened up. The incentive... Actually, the red team has to attack. As long as the blue team doesn't die, they can allow time to expire.
Shingo, just hide. The Raven's probably going to try to get you.
Where is he?
He's probably way off to our right. We should probably ignore him. Focus on the
That
turret.
tank
More good.
is going to decide this battle if they get back into range. You can now move in on the
You two are pretty healthy. so-
Capellan team, and you can see that Silvercraft is trying to stick to range, as is Bob. Bob took some damage, but he has range. It's a Madcap Prime, 2 LRM 15 racks. I think it's a Madcap Prime. Oh, whatever I read at the beginning of the battle. I apologize that I don't have the spreadsheets as a source right now. I'm working on that.
Where are they?
But
Morgan, go get him.
Living Legends does not work as a source once I start putting in other sources. I have to restart the game, which makes it a bit tough.
Play on this thing.
Yep, it's a Madcap Prime, and Gnome King is going to go down quickly. If he's not careful.
It's off at 130.
Well, the battle
Coming up behind you.
the battle is turning into Konov's favor, but this is going to come down now.
Sneak up this other side.
This is going to come down now to other stuff. And using the Mad Cat now is going to weaken their list. In the next fight, TC Alte, without that Mad Cat available, it's going to be a much weaker list for Tikhonov Task Force. This was kind of their one good
Favor covered.
extra
Take most of
asset,
the
if you
damage
will.
in LRMs. Just don't be out in the open.
Alright.
Left.
Right.
What's going to have to happen for the red team to win is Silvercraft's going to have to use his 1.5 kilometer range and get as many hits as possible
Heading.
176.
with these missiles. He needs these missiles to do a lot of damage.
He's a ways out.
Yeah, he's firing missiles.
If he can kill Rashingo, that might make
Base.
things interesting. Because as long as Rashingo is still alive,
Base hop.
Bob and Silver have a real uphill battle here. Because Rashingo can still do some damage with his Gauss cannon if he gets caught.
That's
Yeah, let's just run towards the base that they're at. And
F6.
5.
Missiles incoming.
Yeah, 6.
They have 1 Lambs. And the Mad Cat. Trying to see who's getting shot at there.
Yeah, beyond them.
So now it's up to Bob, and his back is already out.
There.
I'm going to show you the damage of the team once the battle is over here. Bob might be able to take 1 or 2 of them out.